Are you in the market for a new office chair that has a 450-pound weight limit and has a built-in lumbar support? Then this video is for you. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you can see, we are taking a look at this office chair. It comes in two different colors, black or brown, and as per this video, it has a retail value of right around $150. You know what though? Enough talk, let's get right into this review. Who is excited about assembling our office chair? First thing we have to do is open up all the different pieces to make sure we have every part that's necessary for this chair. I have done that. Now let's move on to step one. Step one is actually going to have us putting together the feet. It's really nice that they have everything labeled by letter, therefore you know you can't make a mistake. Our first step, as we're going to be putting together the legs, requires us to use 10 M-size screws, and they're all right here. We're also going to need to use this Allen wrench, so I'm going to take both of these out. My pack happened to have 11 M-size screws, so I'm going to put that extra away just in case we need it later. What we want to do first is align all of the different legs on the spokes here. You can slide those on. These holes should actually line up, and if yours are not, you can pop off this plastic piece. We can put that back on later. Just make sure these are all lined up, and then we're going to put our screws in there. Once you have all of the different legs on, this is what it should look like, and of course, all of the different screws we have are going to go on these different spokes. And just like that, we are all tightened down. Our next step is actually put on our wheels. These are the wheels that the kit comes with, and although they look okay, I did read online on Amazon, some of the reviews say these wheels broke relatively quick, and I don't like these kind of wheels, so I picked up a set of rollerblade wheels. I will put this down in a link in the description, but these are my go-to wheels for all office chairs. Let's install them. It's really simple. You just take the wheel and force it into the receiving hole, and there you go. I'm gonna do that 4 more times. With all our wheels on, we can test the mobility and check that out. Those rollerblade wheels are super awesome. Don't forget to put this plastic piece back on before continuing on to the next step. Next step is to install our piston. You put the covering or the shroud on it here and then just slide the end of the piston down into the chair. This will get compressed down when we put our seat on and officially sit on it, but that's Step 3. Step 4 has us removing the pre-installed screws on the base. There are 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, and then 4 right here in the middle. Utilize your Allen wrench, pull them all out. We took our 8 screws out. It should be known that the screws that go on the right and left side are thicker than the other ones, so make sure you don't mix them up. Now, you may not even have to worry about that because the receiving holes are the same size, but that could get frustrating. Hey, this is Jeff from the future, and I wanted to tell you something that I didn't do that now that I'm towards the end that maybe if you wanted to. They do have those pre-installed screws that we took out. I thought we were supposed to use those to put right back in, but they also have these screws in the packaging. Now, the other screws do work. I'm going to end up replacing mine because these ones have like a locking tape mechanism on them. And so I'm going to switch them out. But you might see through this video that I use the silver screws. I'm actually going to switch them out to the black ones now. Since you're just in the install process, you could utilize the ones in the package. Time to install our bracket. They do label this for you. You can see how this says front pointing this direction. Of course, that's going to correspond with our arrow going this direction as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up those holes, put these screws right back in all 4 holes. We are just moving right along with this installation. I do want to show you a few things here on the bottom. You can see this lever here. This is what's going to allow you to go up and down. It's also going to lock your seat back in and out just when we have that all set up. Also, if you want to adjust the tension of your seat as it lays back and forth, that's how you would do it there. Let's install the arm. Remember, I already took the screws out on the side. I'm showing you the right side. That's where this little pouch goes. That pouch is supposed to go underneath the arm, just like this. If you try to go this way, you can't line up the screws and it just looks a little odd. So make sure you put that underneath, tighten it down on both sides. Once you get those tied in nice and tight, you can put the caps on and finish off the look. Step 7 is we want to align that hole with the very top of the piston right over here. So let's do that. All right, on it goes. Here's what it looks like from underneath. I'm actually going to sit on this seat just so it compresses down. Step 8, we're actually going to remove the 2 screws on this side. This is the back piece, by the way, and the 2 screws on the other side. Check that out. Here is our lumbar pump. It's time to attach the back to our arms, and that will connect the entire chair together. What it tells us to do is, just like we have it right now, the back should be on an angle, and you're going to insert the screw on the bottom one right through here on both sides. Do not tighten it down because we're going to have to shift the chair back into place to put the top screws in at the next step. Let's do the bottom screws first. I tell you what, that was a little frustrating just trying to align those screws into the holes. I definitely needed someone to help me stabilize it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean the chair back, and we're gonna install these screws. With all 4 screws in place, you tighten them down. I actually alternated between either side just so I knew that I was tightening them evenly, and then it's time to put in these caps to finish off the look. Now that we are done with assembly and I've replaced all the screws with the ones I was supposed to use, I'm just gonna throw these away. Are you excited to actually test out this chair? Let's do that now. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of this office chair? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Let's talk a little bit about the features. Of course, just like any office chair, it does swivel back and forth. I do like the arms on this one because they do go up and down. The reason they do that is if you have to come up to a desk or a table and the arms are in their way, well, you can move them up out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about the lumbar support. Of course, we know we have the pocket right here to hold, so we just pump it right here, and what it's doing is it's filling up the airbag right here behind my back. I love this feature. It's one of the reasons I picked up this particular chair because, man, my back can get sore at times, and this lumbar support is awesome. To release it, you just push the button on the side, and it slowly releases the air in the bag. When we're done, of course, let's put that right back in here in the bag to keep it safe. Now let's talk about the reclining features. If I pull out the metal bar, you can see that I can recline back here. There's no way to lock it back into place. Like if I want to stay reclined, it just naturally goes back. We talked about the tension wheel earlier. That's in the front. Now, if I want to sit back up, I push the bar in and I'm locked into place and I cannot recline. Let's talk a little bit about the piston. It's that same lever. If I pull it, it's going to lower me down. Now, in order for me to have it go back up, I have to stand up, pull that lever again, and there I am back into place. If we do a quick measurement from one armrest to the other is just over 20 inches. The seat actually has a width of about 21.5 inches, and it's about 20 inches deep at its longest point. The chair back is just around 28 inches tall. At its widest, it's right around 20 inches. The material is said to be made out of leather, and it does feel like leather. I didn't see anything in the directions telling me otherwise. I do appreciate how cushiony this is. It does have a couple different levels of cushion, and check out that stitching. It even goes up into the back. It is pretty sweet. The leather actually goes right onto the armrests themselves. Of course, the bottom parts of the armrest are plastic. In this video, we are taking a look at an office chair. So what do we think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. It retailed for right around $150. And if you take a look on Amazon for other office chairs that can hold up to 450 pounds, this is an average price. But guess what? This one has that lumbar support, which is my favorite part. The setup was actually pretty easy. I wish the directions were a little clearer because then I wouldn't have the mishap with the different screws and such, but in the end, it worked out just fine. Total setup is about 20 minutes. I've only had this chair for just about a day, and I will say it is pretty comfortable. I did read some Amazon reviews that the piston maybe failed. I haven't really experienced that. Like I said, it's only been one day. Anyway, that was my full review of this office chair. If it's something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.